Hello, this week I'm talking about the impact of the network age on the way we collaborate, and I talk in particularly about 4 different cultural practices that I think we need to develop. The cultural practice I want to talk about today is the need for validation of data and the search for truth. If you are more my age, or a little bit younger, you still know the times when you relied on 1 or 2 newspapers, which were of course in line with your political worldview. You watched the 8 o'clock news on state TV, and then maybe you consulted scientific journals which were peer-reviewed. That was it basically, and all the rest were rumors and street news. And mind you, we are talking a lot about filter bubbles today. Filter bubbles always existed, and I even think that the filter bubbles we were in and our ancestors were in were much more closed than our filter bubbles today. It was much more difficult to escape those filter bubbles because everybody around you talked about the same. Think about the big conspiracy theories and the tragedies of the 20th century. Anti-Semitism, and not only the anti-Semitism of the 20th century, also the anti-Semitisms of former ages, was based on conspiracy theories. It was based on filter bubbles that people had. So this is nothing new, but of course the amount of information that's available to us, and also the amount of sources for information that are available for us, is of course overwhelming. So my cultural technique of today is that we really check information and data very thoroughly, and it's not enough to get a second opinion which confirms the first one, because you never know whether the second opinion has just copied the first one. Actually, you have to search for a counter opinion. You have to search for a counter example. So if you have an information of which you believe it is true, search for the alternative truth. And then, only then, make your opinion, take your decision. And you can do that maybe then intuitively, but only if you have really looked at the different sides of the coin. We rarely do that, but it's becoming so important. So before you post on Facebook today, or on LinkedIn, think what you post, check its validity, make, of course, by your gut feeling, but then again, your gut feeling is very much influenced by your filter bubble. So make a decision, but make a wise decision. And let me know what are your techniques to validate data and information. I would be curious to hear that. I'm Holger Nauheimer, and this is Comcast.